Half a day students, I am Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. You all have been through a year of big changes. We've had to adapt and make big changes to keep our families and our island safe. But with change comes opportunity and a chance to try new things like PBS University. While Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio and I will continue to do our part to keep our island safe, you students have a part to play as well. Your part is to keep learning and to keep up with your lessons. That's why I am happy to see you here ready to learn with PBS University. PBS University is a way to bring a continuous educational curriculum to you while you stay safe at home during this time. To help you keep up with your studies, we asked our friends at PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education to put together this episode. Thank you for doing your part and have a great lesson.
PBS University is a program by PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education in conjunction with public school teachers. These lessons are created to provide both parents and students with a unique educational experience while helping students to continue learning at home. PBS University, next on PBS Guam.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come along, let's sing a song. We'll have a great adventure. Today's the day, let's learn and play. We'll have a great adventure. Numbers, letters, science things, all that we can do. Help you deal with how you feel. Share with us too. It's super cool and just like school, our awesome learning adventures. So grab a friend, the fun will end. Our awesome learning adventures. Awesome learning adventures with PBS University.
Half-a-day and magandang umaga, boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Martin, and I am your literacy teacher for 1st and 2nd grade. Did you know that magandang umaga means good morning in Tagalog? Well, that's a new word that you've learned today. We're going to be learning all about consonant digraphs today. Are you ready? Let's get to it. Consonant digraphs are two consonants put together to make a new sound. We will focus on words that begin with these consonant digraphs. Today, we're going to learn 4 consonant digraphs. The 4 consonant digraphs we're going to learn today are CH, KN, PH, and SH. But let's put it into a song. Put 2 letters together and they make a new sound like C and H together make ch. Your turn. Ch. Very good. Now, K and N, and you put them together. What do you hear? Your turn. Very good. P and H, put them together. They make the f sound. Your turn. Well done. S and H, you put them all together and they make the sh sound. Your turn. Shh. Very good. Put 2 letters together and they make a new sound. Ch. Sh. Now that you've learned all 4 consonant digraphs, I kind of need your help. Will you help me organize them into its right place?
Yes!
Perfect. Let's go. A word that starts with a consonant digraph is going to show up on the screen. Will you help me sort them and put them in its proper place? Let's get ready for our first word. The first word is shoe. Can you tell me where the word shoe belongs?
S-H. Shoe.
That's right. The word shoe belongs with sh. Well done. The next word is knee. Where does the word knee belong?
K-N. Knee.
Well done. Knee belongs with K-N. You are so smart. The next word I need your help with is phone. Where does the word phone belong?
P-H. Phone.
You are doing such an amazing job. Let's go on to the next word. Are you ready for the next word?
Yes, I am.
Great! The next word is shut. Where does the word shut belong?
S-H. Shut.
That's correct. The word shut belongs under S-H. Shh. Where does the word choose belong?
C-H. Choose.
Very good. The word choose begins with the digraphs CH. Nice work. The next word is so fun. Where does the word Philippines belong?
P-H. Philippines.
That's correct. Philippines begins with the consonant digraph PH. Good job. Do you know where this next place is? Chuk. Where does the word chuk belong?
C-H. Chook.
That's correct. The word or the place, chuk, begins with a consonant digraph, C-H. Nice job. Not. Where does the word not belong?
K-N. Not.
That's right. The word not begins with a consonant digraph, K-N. Well done. Do you know where your chin is? Where does the word chin belong?
C-H. Chin.
You're correct. The word chin begins with a consonant digraph, C-H. The last word is ship. Where does the word ship belong?
S-H. Ship.
You are so right. Ship begins with a consonant digraph, S-H. Thank you for joining me on Literacy Learning today. I hope to see you next episode for more consonant digraphs.
Hi there, friends, and welcome to PBS University, Math with Miss Nicholas. My name is Miss Nicholas. Today, we are going to be talking about two-digit numbers. Before we begin, we are going to review some of our key vocabulary. Are you ready? Great, let's begin. Our first key vocabulary word is place value. This means the value each number has depending on its place. Let's look at the number 68. In the number 68, the 8 is in the ones place and the 6 is in the tens place. So there are 6 tens and 8 ones. 10 is a set of 10 ones or a set of 10 single units. So let's look at the number 6 in the tens place. Depending on what you're talking about, this 6 could either be base 10 blocks, it could be place value disk that equal 10 each, or a set of 10 crayons. It could be a set of 10 anything.
No matter what you're talking about, 6 tens is always equal to 60. Let's talk about ones. 1 is a single unit. In the number 68, the 8 is in the ones place. This could be the same thing. It could be 8 single unit of base 10 blocks, 8 single place value disc, or 8 individual crayons. 8 ones is always equal to the number 8. All right, so for this number, I've got 3 tens and 3 ones. I can represent that using my rods and my units. So I've got 10, 20, 30, and then I've got 3 ones. So I'm going to represent that with 1, 2, 3 units. And now I have 33, 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33. I could also represent that using my place value discs. So 3 groups of 10, 10, 20, 30. And I've got 3 ones, so I'm going to use my 1 place value disc. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've got 4 tens and 4 ones. So let's get my 4 tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, and 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. I could also represent that using my place value discs. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44. Now notice how just because the numbers are the same, 4 and 4, they represent 2 different things. My 4 in my tens place is equal to 4 tens. That's 10, 20, 30, 40. And my 4 in my ones place is only equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job! All right, mathematicians, can you guess how many erasers are in this container? Let me hear your guess. Okay, let's get counting. And now, do I have enough for a group of 10? No, I don't have enough, so now I have how many left over? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 individual pieces left over, 4 left over. So if I were to write this in my tens and my ones, how many groups of tens do I have? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 10. So I've got 5 groups of 10. And how many individual erasers? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ones. How many total erasers did this container have? Exactly, 54. Nice work. Was your guess close? Okay, friends, today you learned about place value, 2-digit numbers, tens, and ones. I'll see you next time, mathematicians. Bye!
girls. Did you know that hola means hello in Spanish? Can you say that with me? Hola! Hola and welcome to PBS University. My name is Miss Valencia and today I'm going to be your science teacher. What do you think it takes to think like a scientist? Well, in order to think like a scientist, we need to have observing eyes. Go ahead and touch your eyes. We need to have ears to listen. Are you touching your ears? Can you hear me? Great job, everyone. You need to have a mouth to share your kind words and thoughts. Shake your hands, everyone. You need to have careful hands in order to conduct your experiment and to write down your ideas. Up next, we need to have a curious mind. Lastly, put your hand on your heart. You need to have a big heart in order to give your experiment your all. Well, now that we know what it takes to think like a scientist, let's go ahead and grab our science gear. Hi boys and girls, I went ahead and put on my lab coat and I grabbed my lab pen as well as my lab notebook. In order to think like a scientist, we need to learn about the scientific method. And what better way to learn about the scientific method than to do an experiment? In today's experiment, we are going to do the Great Cookie Dunk. Now, everyone, touch your head. You need to have a curious mind on so you can ask yourselves a question. Will the cookies sink to the bottom of the cup or will they stay floating? We had to find that out today. Touch your head again. We need to gather some information. Some of the cookies here look like it might be heavier than the other. Next up, we need to come up with a hypothesis. Remember, a hypothesis is an educated guess. If the cookie has chocolate chip, do you think it'll sink to the bottom of the cup or will it float? Raise your hand if you think it'll sink. Raise your hand if you think it'll stay floating. Well, there's only one way to find out, and we have to use our careful hands in order to conduct our experiment. Are you ready to get started? Let's go! For this experiment, you're going to be needing 3 of your favorite cookies. Here, I have a chocolate chip cookie. It's kind of rough. And what else do you notice here? What do you observe? Use your eyes. Yep, there's chocolate chips in here. Do you think it's going to sink or float? Up next, one of my favorites, an Oreo cookie. With an Oreo cookie, there's not 1, but 2 cookies with cream in between. It feels kind of rough as well. Do you think it'll sink or float? Lastly, I have a blueberries and cream cookie. It also has not 1 but 2 cookies and cream filling inside. But there's also blueberry. Will it sink or will it float? It wouldn't be the Great Cookie Dunk without a glass of milk. Remember, we're trying to figure out if the cookie's going to sink or float. Let's try it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and dunk. Oh, is it sinking or is it floating? Let's try the next one. Another glass of milk. Now we're going to use our Oreo cookie. Will it sink or will it float? Let's try it out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and dunk. It looks like it's floating. Let's try the next one. Blueberries and cream. Will it sink or will it float? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oops, that was a splasher. Whoa, where's the Chips Ahoy? Guess it went to the bottom. The Oreo sank to the bottom as well. This one's still floating. Psh, science! Let's recap what we have just learned, boys and girls. Everyone, touch your minds. We use our minds to ask ourselves a question. Will the cookie sink to the bottom, or will it stay floating? We also use our minds to gather information. But wait, what else did we use to help us gather information? I'm giving you a hint. Yep, we use our eyes to help us gather information regarding the cookies. Third, we use our minds to come up with a hypothesis. Do you remember what a hypothesis is? Yes, a hypothesis is an educated guess. Great job, boys and girls. Let's move on to the fourth step. In the fourth step, we use our hands in order to conduct our experiment. Next up, we use our eyes again. We use our eyes to observe what was happening when we dropped the cookie into the glass of milk. Last step, we are going to share our results using our mouth. What happened when you dropped the cookie into the milk? Did it sink to the bottom or did it float? Was your hypothesis correct or was it wrong? If your hypothesis wasn't correct, that's okay, because sometimes as scientists, we don't always know what's going to happen with an experiment, but everything's a learning process, right? Okay, everyone, go ahead and kiss your brain. And I'll see you next week. Bye, boys and girls. Take care.
Hafa Adai students, welcome to PBS University. My name is John Fernandez, and I'm the superintendent of the Guam Department of Education. These PBS University lessons are made to help you to continue learning. The teachers here prepared fun lessons on science, character education, math, English, and more, and they made it for you, the students of Guam. We're very grateful to them for their instruction. We're also thankful for you students, parents, and guardians who are watching. Remember, stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you soon in the next school year. Thank you.
Welcome, boys and girls. I'm Mrs. Pegarito, your first and second grade social studies teacher, here to say, Salve! Salve is how we say hello in Rome. And if ever you go to Rome, do what Romans do. Well, we don't have to go to Rome to do what Romans do. There are plenty of things we do that came from Rome. For example, the calendar we use today came from Rome.
Did you say calendars?
Yes, calendar. What will we learn today?
We will learn about calendars.
Repeat after me. I can use a calendar. A calendar is made up of pages that keep track of the days, weeks, and months of a year. And it allows us to see when different events will happen. How do people in our community use calendars? Let's find out.
Hi everybody, my name is Ray and this is my husband Josh.
And we are both in the Air Force. We're both pilots, and with that is an extremely busy job. So we both use our phones and the calendar on our phones in order to sync up with each other.
So we don't always go to work at the same time and we don't always come home at the same time. So if I put my schedule in my phone, it'll talk to his phone and then we'll know when we come home. And that's how we use our calendars. Bye.
Hi kids, my name is Mrs. Revo Cruz and I am the 7th grade counselor here at Estimbo Middle School, and this is my agenda. And inside it, I have my calendar that I use to keep track of important dates and appointments for when I need to see students.
If there were no calendars, it would be very difficult for people to keep up with events like birthdays, anniversaries, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. This is a calendar. A calendar has 12 months in a year.
Let's name the 12 months. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. A calendar has 12 months in a year.
Game time! Round 1. How many months are in a year? Is it 7, 12, or pizza? Right, 12. Each month is organized by weeks and days. How many days are there in 1 week? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. To help us remember, let's dance! Here we go! When you hear the word Sunday, reach your hands over your head as if you're touching the sun. Monday, bring your hands over your head and make an M. Tuesday, spread your arms out wide and make a T with your body. Wednesday, bring your elbows in and make a W. Thursday, touch your thighs. Friday, touch your feet. And Saturday, we're gonna slither back up and make an S with our bodies, bringing it all the way back up to Sunday. Ready? Let's go! Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 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 Faster! Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 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 Faster! Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 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 Faster! Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 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 Game time! Round 2. How many days are in a week? Is it 7, 9, or beach ball? Right, there's 7 days in a week. It's a good thing I have this calendar. Remember, calendars help us keep track of each day. And it allows us to remember which days are important. Let's see. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we go to school. Saturday and Sundays we call weekends. What's your favorite thing to do on the weekend?
On the weekends, I usually go out and eat.
On the weekends, I either do my homework or I play with my friends.
On the weekends, I play games with my brother.
On the weekends, I look forward to going to places with my family.
On the weekend, I usually play Minecraft and watch YouTube and just relax.
On the weekends, I spend time with my family, play games, or read a book.
Game time! Round 3! Which day comes after Sunday? Is it Saturday, watermelon, or Monday? Correct. Monday. Bonus round. If I have a party to go to on Friday, where would I mark it in this week of my calendar? Correct. I hope you had fun today, boys and girls, learning about calendars. I'll see you next time on PBS University. Bye!
Half a day on Ohio gozaimasu, boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Estella, and did you know Ohio gozaimasu means good morning in Japanese? Well, if you didn't know, now you know. Today, I'm going to be your character education teacher for 1st and 2nd grade. And we're going to talk about something very important to my heart. Speaking of heart, can you make a heart with your hands? Take your hands and shape it into a heart and bring it close to your heart. Yes. When I talk to my students at school and when I talk to my children at home, I always tell one another it's always important to treat each other with kindness. I want you to say that name 3 times. Kindness, kindness, kindness. Excellent. Now I want you to have your arms straight out. We're going to chop up that word so we make sure that we pronounce it excellent. 3 times. We're going to go kindness, kindness, kindness. Okay? So let's say it again 3 times. Kindness, kindness, kindness. And let's chop it up. Kindness, kindness, kindness. Now, we've said the word correctly. What do you think the word kindness means? I wonder. Well, just in case you need some help, I'm going to ask my daughters and a couple of other friends to see if they know what the word kindness means. Let's ask them. What do you think it means to be kind?
Well, helping a friend in need or family member.
What do you think?
To share toys with people.
Excellent.
Kindness means to be sharing and caring.
What are some kind words that you can say to others?
I love you. Thank you. You're welcome. Are you okay?
I'm sorry I hurt you.
Saying I'm sorry. Good. Any other kind words you can say?
Thank you. You're welcome. And police?
Here's my last question for you. How can you show kindness to others? Now that we know that we can say it, how can you show it?
To share your book, to share your toys, to share your Legos, to share your Play-Doh, to share your dresses, to share your books.
I have to give an air hug to stay away from the virus.
So how do you give an air hug?
Like this.
Those are some great answers. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and ideas. For this next activity, I'd like you boys and girls to get a sheet of paper from your notebook. I have here a lined paper from my notebook, or I have a plain white paper. Either will do, you just need one. Okay? So for this activity, I'm going to have you take this sheet of paper and you can do anything to it except try to tear it. Don't rip it. I'm going to time you 10 seconds to do anything you want to this paper. You can even draw on it, but just don't rip it. Are you ready? Take the sheet of paper. On your mark, get set, go! Time's up. All right. Take that sheet of paper that I told you to do anything with it but try to tear it. And now I want you to make this paper as neatly as the fresh sheet of paper that you first had. Okay? Go ahead, try. Open it up, try it. And my helpers are going to try to make it flat and neat too. Okay? Oh my goodness. Boys and girls, are you having the same issue I'm having? This is the paper that I crumpled, but it doesn't look anything as neat or nice as this paper. Why? I tried and tried really hard to make this paper flat and straight as possible. But I can't make it look as clean and crisp as when we first started. Well, this is my point to this activity. It's okay if you can't make the paper get flat. But here's why it's important, boys and girls, to be careful with what we say. And it's very important to try to use kind words with others as much as possible. This represents somebody else, a person. And any time that we say something mean or do something mean, it's a little crumple. And if we call them a mean name or tease them, even if they're your siblings, your brothers or sisters, it's another crumple. And yes, boys and girls, we can say sorry, but up close, the mean words really affect somebody's heart. So, boys and girls, that's why it's very important to remember to use kind words, because when we don't, this is what happens to someone's feelings and someone's heart. Also, even though we say sorry, they're never quite the same again. So the next time that you are challenged to do the right thing and you want to say something mean, why don't you instead choose something nice? Use one of the kind words that we talked about today. Or how about practice showing kindness to others, especially your family members at home? And over the summer, it's a good practice that the way you treat others at home is how you're going to treat others when you go back to school. So for today's lessons, boys and girls, of kindness, I want you to remember the heart that we made in the beginning and put it close to your heart. Well, boys and girls, that's it, Pants It, for today's lesson. I hope that you learned a lot, were able to take some notes, and how to use kind words and examples of how to show kindness to others. It's always important to treat others the way you would like to be treated. And in the end, you'll feel a lot better that you didn't hurt anybody's feelings by using mean words instead. So I hope you learned a lot. So take your heart and don't forget that it's very important to choose kindness in what we say and what we do. So until next time, take care, choose kind words instead of mean words, and treat others the way you want to be treated. Adios for now. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.
Half a day. Welcome, my little Dikiki friends, to PBS University. Our tomorrow time. I'm Senora Loretta, and our Dikiki friend is
Mattingen.
Mattingen. Let's welcome our friends. Uno, dos, uno, dos, tres. Half a day, friends. Today is a great day, isn't it, Mattingen?
Yes, it is, Senora Loretta.
Boom. Oh, I just thought of something, Mattingen. Let's teach our little PBS University Dikiki Pamagun what today, yesterday, and tomorrow is in tomorrow.
Yes, that sounds like a cool idea, Senora Loretta.
Dikiki friends, this is how we say today. Pagu. Today, Pagu.
I want to share that with my friends at home. Today, Pagu. Today, Pagu. Senora, how do we say yesterday?
Yesterday, Niga. Yesterday, Niga. Try it out.
Yesterday, Nigap. Yesterday, Nigap. And how do we say tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Agupa. Tomorrow, Agupa.
Tomorrow, Agupa. Tomorrow, Agupa.
Let's invite our friends to sing and share a little tomorrow jingle. Pagu, Nigap, Zan, Agupa. Pagu, Nigap, Zan, Agupa.
That sounds like a cool idea.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Surprise! Pina! How are you today?
Half a day, Senora Loretta.
Pina, I have an idea. Can you help us out today?
Today?
Yes, Pagu.
Senora, can I run and call my friend Kiko? I'm kind of shy.
Okay, and I'm going to go and run with Mattingen, and we're going to call some friends to sing some songs.
Yay!
Oh my gosh! I wonder where's Senora Loretta and Matingan?
I thought you said Matingan and Senora Loretta will be here today.
I heard her and Matingan say that today is Pagu in tomorrow.
Pagu means today?
Mm-hmm. What did you do, Pagu?
Pagu, I painted a Chonkanidza. I used lots and lots of colors.
What kind of colors?
I use green, I use brown, and I use yellow.
Wow! I wonder how you say those colors in tomorrow, Kiko?
So, how do you say yesterday? Let's ask our friends. Friends, do you remember how to say yesterday? Please help us out.
Nigab, nigab, nigab.
Oh my! Did you hear that? Our friends are so smart. I heard nigab. Kiko, did you hear that?
Yes.
Kiko, what did you do, nigab?
Nigab, I went to Manangan to swim.
Where is Manangan, Kiko?
You never been to Manangan? Manangan's in Jotnya.
Oh, Jotnya.
Agupa, agupa, agupa.
Oh, did you hear that, Kiko? I heard our friends say, don't forget Agupa.
Oh, what does Agupa mean?
Agupa, remember, means tomorrow.
Oh, cool. Agupa means tomorrow.
Kiko, what are you doing, Agupa?
I don't know. I have to ask my mom and dad. Maybe we might go shopping.
Wow. I want to do something cool like that, Agupa. Okay. Friends, thank you for helping us out. We're gonna go look for Senora Loretta and Matingan. Adios!
Adios!
Oh my! I wonder where Pina and Kiko and Matingan went. I went to go call our friends to come and help us sing a tomorrow jingle for all of you. I'll be right back. Matingan, we invited our friends now to share a short tomorrow jingle about Pagu, Niga, Zan, Agupa. Pagu, Niga, Zan, Agupa.
That sounds so cool. I am so excited.
Tomorrow, make sure you guys practice what Pagu, Niga, Zan, Agupa is. I will see you next time. Adios!
Adios!
Fast, fun facts. Fast, fun facts. With Mr. Ernest Ochoco.
Jiahoich everyone, this is Mr. Ernest Ochoco with another Fast Fun Fact. Now I'm saying Jiahoich because that is Irish Gaelic for hello. Also translated literally into God to you, but the meaning is God be with you. Now that's pretty cool. Why am I speaking in Irish? It's because we're going to discuss one of my very favorite things in the whole world, rainbows. Let's make one right now. Rainbow. Wow. Now in Ireland, they believe that rainbows always had a pot of gold bloop, at the end of it. Let's put a rainbow on top of that. Rainbow. right there. And this pot of gold was put there by mischievous little creatures called leprechauns. Now, these leprechauns were very smart. They hid their pots of gold at the end of rainbows because they knew that rainbows could only be seen from a distance, from afar. Why is that? Because rainbows are the cause of something called light refraction. What is light refraction? That is when light bends, like that, like that, like that. Now, light bending can only happen when it's passed through something like a prism or like water, like raindrops. Raindrops keep falling on my head. And that's why we see rainbows in the sky. Now, how do we remember the names of the colors of the rainbow? You can use the words Roy G. Biv. Roy G. Biv. That's Roy, red, O as in orange, Y as in yellow, G as in green, B as in blue, I as in indigo, and V as in violet. Roy G. Biv. That's how you can remember the colors of the rainbow. Now remember, when you see a rainbow in the sky, it is because of light refraction, the bending of light. All right, thanks. That's your fast fun fact from Mr. Ernesto Choco. Bye, everyone.
Hafa students, I'm Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio. For more than a year now, you all have continued to wash your hands and watch your distance from others, and you've done a really great job wearing your masks. We know your parents and guardians have helped you to make these changes to keep yourself and your community safe. As Governor Leon Guerrero said, we are happy you are here. We want you to continue to learn and sharpen your skills with the help of PBS University. This program is the result of a collaborative effort. We couldn't do it alone. I'd like to thank the teachers and support staff of the Guam Department of Education and PBS Guam for their work and their commitment to our students. I'd also like to thank you students for participating at home. To your parents, I'd like to thank you for taking an active role in your child's education. We are all eager to return to a time when all of us can share and study together in person. Until then, we hope you learned something new from this PBS University instruction.